The idea of the in-between is to bring people from different countries, young people from different countries together, and to first to teach them how to work with oral history, and then send them to borderlands, to places which were and are very sensitive on historical processes. And the meeting with these young people coming there as guests, with people living there sometimes for many years, gives both sides the chance to understand better how the historical processes involved people's lives, and how people's lives shape the historical processes.
I'm introducing young people to the wonderful world of audio journalism and podcasting, to be more precise.
I applied for Masuria because also my family has this like German, Czech background, because I studied social anthropology on my bachelor degree, and I'm really interested in this like intercultural relations. We learn how to do podcasts. We also did some kind of like workshop of listening noises, and it was really interesting for me because I never did something like that before, and it was really like interesting to think about the like sounds in a little bit different way than I was thinking like before.
Mazury były regionem i są regionem pogranicza, tego pogranicza i geograficznego, i kulturowego, i psychologicznego.
Mazury są bardzo skomplikowanym tworem geograficzno-ludzkim.
Mazury są regionem bardzo ciekawym, różnorodnym i nieoczywistym. Dla wielu osób są jednoznacznie połączone z wodą i z przyrodą. Dla historyków są bardzo ciekawym źródłem informacji dotyczących tożsamości i różnorodności i wpływu historii na losy ludzi.
Borderlands are stories of themselves. They're just wonderful places that are screaming to be told, full of excellent, interesting people, wonderful sounds.
We take the students and we tell them about storytelling, how to make audio, what to listen out for. I really enjoy taking the students and seeing, just getting a different opinion on things. How do they see the world? How do they think sound works?
I applied for In-Between in Masuria because I'm mainly focusing on language contacts, and the Masuria region is a region where there is an interesting phenomenon of the Masurian language, which is like a Polish dialect but with much influences from German or from the old Prussian language.
Ile kiełbasy na przykład, nie? Teraz szpilować, nie? Wszystkie dzieci lubiły szpilować w zandkaście, nie? W zandkaście bawić się, a nie kłuć kogoś szpilkami, nie? Szpilem, od niemieckiego szpilem, pies gozie.
I think this experience of interviewing someone, this is very new to me. Also the way how you can do it.
Every history is special, so of course you see similarities between the stories, but always you just see them on television, and now you're sitting in front of them and listen, and yeah, it makes something with you because you see it's a human being.
Well, we wanted to go fishing, so what's the easiest way to get the equipment, right? I think my favourite part of the project was doing the interviews. I think it was really interesting talking to people who have experienced history and seeing a completely unique perspective that I've never seen in Poland before. I have never seen this sort of questionable identity, because in Poland it tends to be very homogeneous.
The interview with Mr. Henrik was very interesting because he is not Masurian. He moved here to Masuria after the Second World War, but he was still interested in the heritage of Masurians. It's not just about like the big historical events, but it's also about his life story.
I think that what I take away from this project is that many people's identities are not black and white. We have a very diverse team, and I really enjoy talking with everyone on our team, because basically everyone speaks Polish, but we all come from different countries, different cities, very different lifestyles, but we've all sort of joined together on this project.
This is a big present for me to learn a lot about history and how to combine it to make something which can last for the future and be a takeaway also for other people.
I learned the importance of listening to each other, having also the balance between talking and listening. I learned it's very important.
I think that young people definitely profit from speaking to people from a different generation. I think it puts things into perspective. I think it makes it easier for us to understand history and to see different perspectives within different age groups.
Identity, that's a good one. I think it's really good for younger generations to know that if you just scratch a little bit beneath the surface, there's always something more. And I think it really provokes them to actually stop for a moment and think about, who these people are, why they're here, what they're doing, and actually learn more about the history of this part of Europe. It's not black and white. There are various shades of grey, and I think it's great to get the students to be able to navigate these kind of nuances easier, and actually it'll help them hopefully in later life as well.